Hey y'all, it's E with Gardening Under Influence, and today we're talking potatoes. I know I show you that I have some going in soil, but it was because my hay was out of season and I couldn't find a farmer with soil that didn't have grass seed in it. And so here we are with our Pennington seeding straw. It works so good. I use this to help with germination. I use it to fill up my beds quickly. And then I put soil on top because soil is expensive. And so I layer like half of the beds with hay. And then I put the soil on top. Y'all, the soil will be so rich at the end of the summer. Like we did that last April. By June, I was digging. You could not find but so much straw. By July, it was all gone, and the soil was so bomb and so loamy. And so, for those reasons, we have hay. So, I should explain. Chitting means cutting where the growth roots are out of the plant, where it's trying to grow its roots. Each one of those will grow its own batch of potatoes. And so chitting them helps. Some of them I might just dry out, like this little baby right here, because he might rot, but then again, he's got leaves. I'll decide later on. But yeah, it's just the growth root. Like this one only has that one, and it looks like it's some trying to form, but I ain't got time for that. So I'm going to just leave that one whole. Any ones like that still have everything on it, I'll leave them whole so that they can go. But if they have different ones, then I try to cut the growth root. Look at that pretty potato. Ain't that pretty? We're going to have purple potatoes. That one is little. This one has two. And I've had them in the sun for a few days. I've had them actually for like 3 months. Like this one is loaded up. All right, y'all. So I was supposed to let these get started this morning. But I forgot I had to go get a military ID. And so we're back now. And they've actually kind of hardened off themselves a little bit because it's like 80. It was 90 today. So I think we're good. We're going to go with this. We're about to get started. The hay was already here from before. And how I do potatoes when I do hay is I drop some good soil in. Usually not this much, but whatever. We're going to put the potatoes right here at the soil. And then from there, I'm going to switch to hay like before. I actually think I got too much soil in here this time. But whatever, it's going to work. But first, I'm going to feed it. Add a little bit of black cow. And a few other goodies. And then we'll be good to go. Okay, and we're going to feed it with some black cow goodness. But first, I'm going to take some of this soil back since I do have to still feed it. And y'all see how good this hay is? I mean, this is? This was half hay. All my grow bags, the bottom half of them are filled with hay every year. And look at all this good, beautiful. So look at it. It's crumbly. It's everything you want it to be. And I revitalized it over the winter with the chop and drop method. I chopped and dropped in all of these, all kinds of goodies throughout the winter as well for more organic matter. And then you see like even the mulch in this has broken down. So there was tons of mulch in this on the top, and it's even breaking down now. And so that's what it looks like right now. And it had tons of mulch and hay in it. And you can only see small bits now. All right, so we will be putting our black cow in. I took half that soil back out, and it's back in its container. And so, because they're decent feeders. I know people say potatoes are heavy feeders, but I grow them in hay, so heavy feeder where? I've seen people grow them just in a hay bale. So, I got questions. And I'm going to mix this around so that the composted manure, who knew I would play in manure, even composted. It is mixed in well, and we'll go from there, putting the potatoes down. All right, it's potato time. Ew, ew, ew. Potato time. And like I said, the ones that are still whole, I'm keeping them whole. They'll be great. Hopefully they'll eye out some more. Who knows? But we are putting the chits in the pool so that they may be great and bless us. And I try to space them out just a little so they have their own little, territory. And traditionally, I probably would have did this in 2 containers, but whatever. Who has time for all of that? Not Erica. We're trying to move. And so the harvest will be... Okay, check out that action before we go into this hay action. And so this is the hay we will be using, the Pennington hay. It's at Lowe's for like $12.50. Don't judge me on that. It might be $12.98. It might be $11.99. It's somewhere right around $12. That's all you need to know. And if you got military discount, make sure you use your military discount. That saves you $1 and some change since it's 10% off. Every $10 is $1. Woo, woo, woo. But this hay did me well, and it's probably why my garden is popping as much as it is. And it does not have any weed feed or any grass seeds in it, which is what makes it so amazing. It grows well in all my stuff. It is my secret safe cut to filling up beds. But if you can find a farmer, the hay bales from them is so much cheaper than the $12 that I paid for this, even though it's a lot of hay compacted really well. Yeah, it's funny because exactly a year ago at this time, I was taking pictures with my potatoes. This stupid winter was so trash, though, that although my potatoes was looking lush and lavish then, they don't look that now. Although, don't get me wrong, these gals is bopping along. These two have been hit with frost like 10 times because I'm bad. And ADHD mind says, forget that hay. Those potatoes. Because my mind doesn't remember that I had potatoes. So I was worried about my peppers, my real plants, everything else. And each time, because my potatoes at that time were sitting out there, I'd forget these guys. So they've burnt off 8,000 times, but I have faith in them because sis is a rider. She been going since October and keeps getting burnt down to the ground. All right, y'all. So we're clear. ADHD ain't worth a damn. So, I forgot and started without y'all. Because I'm just used to doing stuff. It's really weird to be recording. Anywho, this will all be cut out of the sound more than likely, unless it's just a mess. And I think it's funny. But this is us getting hay. All right, it only took like 20 seconds to do this hay, as y'all saw in that video. Maybe about 30. I decided to add a little bit more in this clip. Oh. It's real good hay. It's just more bound than I was used to in my last 2 packs. That's all. Really still good hay. Look at that. And now all we're gonna do is put it somewhere great where it can sit and grow and be great and water it. Okay, so now I remember right before I was about to water, I forgot to poke holes in this. And so that's where we are. And that's what we're doing. I'm taking a knife because you can use a drill and all, but everybody ain't got that. And so sometimes I like to show people between screwdrivers and this what they can do. And hopefully I just don't poke none of my potatoes. So all I do is, let me show you right here. Let me see if y'all can see that. I just poke in and spin. Ew. Y'all see that? Do y'all see? Let me see. Do y'all see that? I poke in and I spin. That's it. That's the low-cost way to do it. Because we all about guerrilla gardening over here. We make it pretty sometimes for influencing, but it's cute. It works. Check out the boots. I just need y'all to see these bitches. This is Shoe Cam. Shoe Gam. These are the best $10, $20 I ever spent at Walmart. These babies get me through every... Okay, back to the business at hand. All we're doing now is... So first I start off with poking holes on the outer edges because I didn't put anything in the true curve of it. And so I poke and I spin. I poke and I spin. I poke and I would feel if I had a potato. See, look. Got a freaking potato. All right, since we got a potato last time, although what she need to do, that thing's still thinking. She'll be all right. That's the beauty of the potatoes. Okay, so, but I mean, if in doubt, do it beforehand, even though I forgot. Or move it out the way, as I'm doing like right here. Then go to the ground and spin. Don't dig in the soil like I just did through the ground, though. That might be hard, depending on where you live. Anywho, back to the business at hand. Boom, boom, boom. I have enough potatoes in here that even if a chick or two got hurt, look, one jumped up. We be all right. We got enough drainage holes. They big enough. But I want a few in the middle. And that's it. So we're going to move this to where it's supposed to be and then wet it. Boom. We're done. All right, y'all. So we're at the end of this thing where I water it pretty decently. Not heavily, but not lightly. And seeing as I made that many drainage holes, which y'all seeing, and not even counting how many I did before I started with the video, y'all good. We good. We got enough. And if not, I'll come back through and make some more. I'll pull up on this guy and do what I need to do. But for now, look at that beauty. She ready. She what? Ready. For what? Potatoes. Ow. Okay, but let it be known, although I grew them in hay last year and they grew freely, if you have some good soil, you should be good to grow them in ground or in a container. If you're going to use a container or grow them above ground, I would recommend raised bed soil or lighter soil or soil that you create that's really loamy, because I've learned that actually matters so much when you do potatoes, because they like to be able to push their roots through and create more. Anywho, the mosquitoes are starting to kick my butt. And so I'm going to go in the house